Ever spend hours tweaking a single part of your song just to feel like you're stuck, missing the bigger picture? Well, just like seeing the forest for the trees, in this video we'll explore how you can design better songs by zooming out to examine your song design from every level. We'll start with the level of notes, which combine to form phrases. Phrases combine to form sections, and sections combine to form songs. At each level, we'll see what traits exist and how those traits create context for your lyric, story, and song. At the first level, we have notes. A note is a single musical event. It has traits. It can be high or low, loud or soft, long or short, and it can be similar to or different from the notes that surround it. And the traits of a note affect the amount of emphasis that note receives in a phrase. Typically, higher, louder, longer, and contrasting notes provide more emphasis to a word or syllable. When we hear a note in context, it gains even more traits. A note can be synchronized or syncopated against a beat, and a note can be tense or resolved against a key or chord. And these traits also tell a story. Syncopated or tense notes provide a sense of energy or excitement to a lyric, while synchronized or stable notes create a feeling of relaxation or resolution around a lyric. When we group notes together, we get phrases which have their own traits. A phrase has all of the traits of the notes it contains. It can be mostly high or low notes, mostly long or short, but it also has some traits that individual notes don't have, a gestalt that emerges from the arrangement of the notes. Most notably, a phrase has a melodic rhythm and a melodic contour. The melodic rhythm is how the notes are placed together in time. Rhythms have the trait of pace, how quickly the notes are played relative to each other. A fast-paced rhythm brings energy and excitement, and a slow rhythm feels lilting and lumbering, or calm and graceful. And the rhythm of a phrase can speed up, building rapidly and accelerating towards a peak, or it can decelerate, release, and slow down. The melodic contour is the shape of the phrase's pitches. Play connect the dots between each note and you'll see the phrase's contour. There are a few common contours which each give a distinct feeling to the music and lyric. A static melody, all on the same pitch, feels like determination or fixed-mindedness. On the other hand, motion comes in many flavors. Big leaps feel grand, while smaller steps feel subtle. And motion has a direction. Upwards motion often feels like growth or building, and downwards motion often feels like release or relaxation. Zigzag or back and forth motion often feels like alternating options, not sure of where to go, or outlining the high and low boundaries of a range. When you give your lyric a melodic rhythm and melodic contour, your phrases gain meaning at many levels. When you put these phrases next to one another, you start to tell a story with your music. Are these phrases similar or different? In what ways? And what does that mean for the lyric and the story? Take these two phrases, quite different in shape. One rapidly moving up and down like it can't decide, and the other resolute on a single note until it descends, but with a calmer rhythm. Maybe it's the zigzag of the melody telling me I don't know which way to go. Or maybe the rhythm relaxes and takes it slow. At this level of song design, you're no longer looking to the movement of each individual note to tell you a story. You're looking to the relationship between phrases to tell a story. If we zoom out even further, we can see phrases as part of a section. A verse is a section, so is a pre-chorus or a chorus. And when we're zoomed out wide enough to see an entire section, sectional traits such as balance and imbalance emerge. For example, pre-choruses are often less balanced, leaving a tension to be resolved, while a chorus is typically more balanced, providing the resolution the pre-chorus left us longing for. And another trait that we find when we hear phrases in the context of a section is their position. The first or last phrase in a section receive emphasis just by nature of their position in the section, and phrases in the middle are de-emphasized. This is why you'll often find song titles at the beginning or end of a chorus. If you've ever swapped around the order of a few lines in your song and suddenly felt everything click, you'll know the power of positions. And once you put all these sections together, you have, of course, a song. Good song design requires intentional choice in the song form you use, which sections are balanced or unbalanced, and which sections convey the central idea or which develop supporting ideas. And just as phrases tell a story with notes that vary their traits, or sections tell a story with phrases that vary their traits, songs tell a story by varying the traits of their sections, from high to low, balanced to unbalanced, short to long, and more. Now that you're thinking about the bigger picture of song design, the next time you're stuck on a single line, chord, or phrase, try taking a step back, view the forest for the trees, and see what your song is really asking for. You'll be surprised at what answers are to be found at every level of your song design, from notes to phrases to sections to songs. As a song designer, of course you think about the story your lyric tells, but do you think about the story your music tells? The more deeply that story is embedded into every level, the more deeply that story will be felt on every level.